call the meeting to order, and we have a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mrs. Frank.
Mayor Kindle.
Present.
Councilwoman Costantino.
Present.
Councilwoman Foster.
Present.
Councilwoman LaPratt.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Sawicki.
Here.
Councilwoman Williams.
Present.
Councilman Toussaint.
Present.
City Manager Szymanski.
Here.
City Attorney DeWally.
Here.
All right, that takes us to, oh, I forgot my glasses. All right, guys. I needed a motion to an approval of the minutes.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'll offer the motion to accept, receive, and file the minutes of the regular city council meeting held January 21st, 2026.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That takes us to public announcements, public comments on anything on the agenda, Otherwise, you hold that until call the audience. Seeing none, let's move on. I need a resolution for the consent agenda.
Madam
Madam
Mayor.
Mayor, I'd like to make a resolution to accept, file, and receive consent agenda items 1 through 7.
Support.
Any discussion?
Actually, we gotta take.
Roll call vote. Mrs. Frank, let me hurry up.
We gotta take that.
Yeah, no kidding. Councilwoman Costantino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilwoman LaPratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Sawicki.
Yes.
Councilman Toussaint.
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams.
Yes.
Mayor Kindle.
Yes.
Resolution passes.
All right, that takes us to old business, and we have none. To new business, the city manager's report.
Okay, new business item number 1, Milk River Operation and Maintenance. Mayor and Council attaches an invoice from Wayne County for operation and maintenance of the Milk River Drain for the period of October through December 2025. This is in accordance with the budget amounts set by the Drainage District. Mayor, a resolution is recommended.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
make the resolution, approve payment to Wayne County in the amount of $358,313.50 for the operation and maintenance of the Milk River Drain for the period of October through December 2025.
Support.
Any discussion?
Yes, Madam Mayor. You know, this Milk River is a sore, that's for all of us. And I was hoping by now with the new Eastland going in and all the detention pools and all that our price would go down. But actually, I've been tracking this since 2024, and we've actually gone from 356,000 up to 358,000. So everything's still going up. We haven't saved a dime yet in water.
Your taxes to fund it went down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, any further discussion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Frank.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilwoman LaPratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Sawicki.
Yes.
Councilman Toussaint.
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams.
Yes.
Mayor Kindle.
Yes.
Councilwoman Costantino.
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Okay, new business item number 2, agreement, waste management roll-off. Mayor and Council attaches a service agreement for the transport and disposal of rubbish and leaves into what is commonly known as container roll-offs. Currently, the city experiences approximately 200 roll-offs at 30 yards per roll each year. The cost is $472.36 for each 30-yard haul, costing the city approximately $94,472 annually. The city does not have a contract with Waste Management for this service and is at the mercy of inflation and other cost increases. For this purpose, the city would like to lock in today's prices for the next 3 years with an automatic renewal in year 4 with an 8% increase starting in year 4. The contract also removes the fuel charge of $77 per roll-off. The city will save $61,600 over the life of the contract, or $15,400 each year on fuel cost. It is my recommendation that this agreement be approved. Mayor, a resolution is recommended.
Madam Mayor?
Oh, no, yes, yes.
All right. Make the resolution to approve the agreement between the City of Harper Woods and Waste Management for the transport and disposal of 30-yard roll-offs utilized for rubbish and leaf removal in the amount of $472.36 for each roll-off for 3 years, with an 8% increase automatically begin with year 4, and to authorize the city manager to sign the contract.
Support.
All right, any discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
Just a quick question. I noticed Waste Management is the provider here, and I thought they were out of the residential, business. Are they coming back in, or is this just a unique situation?
We have Heather speak to that.
I'm kind of hoping they're going to come back in.
No, they're not.
At this point in time, no, they're not coming back to residential service, at least not that we've been made aware of. We're considered commercial. When they pick up like this, we're considered a commercial service, so that's why they still service our
Okay.
account.
Follow up. Now, this concerns our yard waste?
It is, mainly it's special pickups,
Okay.
and then it is leaves as well. So
Okay. I know that we take it to Unidig, I believe.
we pay
And-
$12 a yard for the disposal at Unidig, but we also have to pay to transport it from our yard, after we pick it up on the streets, over to Unidig. So that covers that cost.
Just out of curiosity, I know a lot of these places that do the composting will have compost accessible to residents, because we provide them with the base material that they turn into compost. Do you know whether they have anything that's available to our residents?
It's never been mentioned to me, but I can certainly look into it.
I would love to know, because,
Sure.
it's a good thing to have for your garden. All right, thank you.
Any further discussion?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to know more about this automatic renewal. It's at an 8% increase, but it doesn't say how long it is.
It would be for year 4.
It would just be only 1 year at an 8% increase.
Correct.
Is there any opportunity for us to vote on this, let's say, because we've had such bad luck with the transition to priority?
This isn't a transition. This is the same company we've been using for quite a long time. We just haven't had a contract.
Okay. So it's only for 1 year?
No, it's for 3 years, and then the 4th year is the renewal with the 8% increase.
Okay.
A quick question. Do we have anything in this clause or this contract about selling off? I would hate to be caught up once again
Right.
with them selling their portion of their company and we end up with priority.
There's not a sell-off clause, no.
All righty then. Okay. Roll call vote, Mrs. Frank?
Councilwoman LaPrat?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Sawicki?
Yes.
Councilman Tucson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams?
Yes.
Mayor Kindle?
Yes.
Councilwoman Costantino?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
And that concludes the city manager's reports.
Okay. Before we go to call the audience, I want to introduce.
Okay, we have brought Miss Diane Reeves here from iHeart Animal Rescue to answer any questions the city council may have at this time. We did not bring her here to be ridiculed in any way by the fans of GPAS, and GPAS does a very good job, but I know they have some supporters. They get vocal from time to time. We have got into in agreement with iHeart, and
We're moving forward.
yeah, we're moving forward.
All right. Is there anyone on council? Yes.
A very quick question. I know a resident was curious about this. If someone's dog is picked up from Harper Woods and brought to you, how do they find out that their dog is with you? What's the best way that they can, find out?
Yes,
Please.
please do.
And I think I can answer that.
Please.
And so we have a process, we have a log of a dispatch when we come across these dogs. We are logging the sex, the breed to the best of our ability, what day they were brought in, the area that they were brought in. So if somebody does know the owner, they would contact the police department first.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we would, but we want everything to be done through the police department. We don't want folks showing up at I Heart Dogs until they get our blessing, just because they're a very busy operation over there. So they can call through the police department. Diana, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Okay. I know he also scans for microchips, and we do as well when they come in. We also have a process where we do stray holds. If there's no sort of identification, meaning there's no collar, harness, anything, no microchip, the law says we have to hold them for 4 days. If they do have any sort of identification, and this isn't necessarily a tag, it's just any sort of, dog accessories, so to speak, then we have to hold them for 10 days before we can make them available for adoption. During that time, we post on a website on Facebook. It's a very popular one called For the Love of Louie. It's a very big lost and found website, so we attempt to do that. And then any local websites in the area, that they can look up. But unfortunately, there's no central database in Michigan for people to look and find, look up dogs that were found. So we have to rely on the city's process and then our process.
I assume that the community has the opportunity to buy licenses from our police department, and that would be an easy way to track a dog?
Yes, absolutely, yes, we encourage that, obviously. It's against our ordinance to have a dog that's not licensed.
Okay, and so if a dog comes through that's licensed or chipped, then they'd be here, or at least
Yeah, we wouldn't transport to her facility until we're satisfied that we can't locate the owner.
Oh, bravo, okay.
And when they are brought up here, well, you know what, I'll leave that part out. But yeah, there'll be some, we're doing our best to encourage people to keep an eye on their dogs. It's an issue.
And finally, Chief, what is the yearly fee for registering a dog?
Oh, great question. Wish my secretary was here.
Okay.
What is it?
I already talk to it all the time. It's $10 a year. You have to show, $10 a year. Now, if you go from December 31st or November, whatever, okay, you have to renew it by January 1st.
Okay.
December 1st, doesn't matter. Then go next time. It has to be renewed by the beginning of each annual.
Okay,
You can't roll it
very
over.
good.
And that's $10. You have to show rabies. And what I don't like about this.
Relax, no, none of that.
Thank you.
No, call the audience, we do not have that.
No.
Absolutely not.
We're not gonna have a badgering.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no.
No,
Hold
no,
up.
please.
No, please. Thank you very much. Is
That's a
there
very
anyone
reasonable amount.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just going to say that maybe we should give our guest an opportunity to introduce herself and the organization.
What organization?
I Heart Dogs. I mean, just to give a brief little overview, because a lot of people weren't here for that meeting, or just to introduce herself.
She did.
Okay.
We introduced her. John, did you not introduce her?
She's introduced.
And we've introduced her in the past, even before she got here.
Okay, I have a question.
So if you want to speak to someone, if you want to speak a little about yourself, you're more than welcome to. But I am not going to have a badgering where we're going back and forth.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a question. When if you pick up an animal and it's injured, do you have some kind of a program, and the resident really can't afford all the vet bills? Do you have a program that would be able to help them afford that?
We do not have that sort of program, unfortunately. We have a tough time handling our own vet bills.
Oh, I understand that. So what happens to the dog after that? If they can't afford the vet bills and to take the dog out of your shelter?
I'm sorry, if it's a dog that we've received?
Yes.
Oh, we pay for that. So we've received a couple of dogs from the city that one had to be treated for heartworm. We paid for that. There's one that needs a knee surgery. We're paying for that. So we do pay for that. We cannot fund dogs that are claimed.
Oh, I understand
we
that.
can't fund their bills.
Okay,
So,
I understand that. I was just wondering.
yeah.
Is there any other questions? Any further discussion?
Mayor, I have something I'd like to add to at this time. It's, I want to say, since this new contract has been put in place, we have had calls coming into our 911. They're prank phone calls. And what they're doing is they're complaining about stray animals they're hanging up and leading our officers on, trying to lead our officers on a wild goose chase. I will say this, we're pretty close to honing in on who these people are. And we will prosecute to the fullest if somebody tries to play pranks with our police department to take them away from service. Last week, we had 68 homes that were without power, gas and electricity. It was at nighttime. Everybody in here was scrambling to make sure that the courthouse was accessible for heating, that DTE was notified, and we got blocks of hotel rooms for the residents. The DPW did a great job. Our police department did a great job. Fire department did a great job. And again, we need our police officers for life-saving essentials, not games. And if somebody is going to be calling up saying that there's stray animals out here just to take an officer off of his route, I'll tell you this, you will be prosecuted when we catch you. And we're getting very close to that.
Are there any other discussion?
No, I'm just asking a legitimate question. How long do you keep the dogs, or do you have
10 days.
10 days? Do you give them away, or how does that work out?
So we are a no-kill shelter. We have, our facility is, it has about 65, we're one of the largest no-kill shelters in Michigan, like nonprofits, and we have up to 65 kennels for dogs. We hold on to them until they get adopted, or if they, if they have, there's been a couple of situations where breed-specific dogs that have come in, we've been unable to adopt out, so we have transferred those to breed-specific rescues, but that's only in the 10 years that we've been in existence has happened a few times. Most of the dogs, essentially all of the dogs stay with us until they're adopted, so.
Yes.
You said go do everything through the police department. Let's say you found the dog, and you sent the dog up to her, she does a scan, she finds out who the dog belongs to. Does she go back to you, or do you call the resident itself?
We have a scanner as well.
Oh, okay.
So we'll scan it before we even send it to Diane and her people. Yep, we've got a scanner.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, and we're so happy that you've taken us on. We were scrambling. Thank you, Jason, very much for your diligent work in finding us someone that can accommodate us.
Yeah, we're extremely happy about it. Thank you, Mayor.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, Chief.
All right, now call the audience. You need to come up and
Good evening. What do I need to do? Tell you who I am and where I live? My name is Jackie Kalagerakis. I live on Arthur in Harper Woods. Here's my statement. As a member of the Harper Woods community, I'm here to let you know that for the past few months, a group of your residents have been holding weekly protests against some of the policies of the federal government. We meet on Wednesdays, weather permitting, on the pedestrian bridge on Harper at Kenmore from 3:30 to 5, and that changes depending on when the sun goes down. While doing this, we are exercising our First Amendment rights for freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. We've been honored to be joined by members of the City Council, as well as our representatives on the state legislature. On January 21st, as one of our group was cleaning up after the protest, she was accosted and some of our property was destroyed and then taken. She reported this incident with pictures to the Harper Woods Police, and we are waiting for the outcome of the investigation. Going forward, on the day we hold our protests, we will be advising the police. Also, we post notices of our protests on the Facebook page, Harper Woods Residents for Solutions 2.0. Please know that we appreciate our city keeping us safe while we exercise these rights. Thank you.
My name is Jane Fromm, and I thank you for the opportunity to come and speak along with Jackie. I am a Grosse Pointe Woods resident, and I am a member of, what are we calling it, the Kenmore Bridge Brigade? The Kenmore Bridge Brigade. And just to let you know that we are part of a larger organization, that being the Visibility Brigade. And so they do have rules and protocols, which we have accepted, and I want the audience or the citizens here to hear them. We avoid doing anything that could either harm ourselves or anyone else. This includes stepping into traffic, holding a sign where it could fall onto the cars below, climbing the fencing, etc. We must not block pedestrian and bike traffic, so we keep in the middle of the overpass and or sidewalks to let people pass. We supply the messages, you supply the waves. Well, we supply the waves. However, you're welcome to also display your own poster boards just to avoid any messaging that could be rated above a PG-13. We don't litter. If we find litter, we pick it up and throw it away or take it away. We don't use stickers or anything that leaves a permanent mark on the overpass. If someone from the opposition comes up to talk to us, we don't engage with them. We try not to engage with them. It's best to just ignore them. One member is designated to handle people that come up and want to talk about other things. We also have a member that is designated to video anything that is happening at the time. We take lots of pictures and videos during our actions for circulation on social media, such as the one you just heard Jackie refer to. If you don't, as a member of the brigade, prefer, if you don't want to be photographed, we won't do that either. We don't do that. We typically inform the local police department of our action a few hours ahead of time, but we do that as a courtesy. Our action is protected by the First Amendment, as Jackie mentioned. We ignore middle fingers and negativity coming from some of the cars below. For every one of those confused folks, we hope that we're providing hope to another 100 people. The good thing is that they're so far below us that it's really kind of hard to see if the finger is raised, so we just wave at everybody. The Visibility Brigade is a nonviolent, informal volunteer group in which we all participate with an understanding that our actions are our personal responsibility. We accept our own personal responsibility, and the people that view us participate with this understanding. So, do you have any questions for me?
I just have a question. You're more than welcome, okay, with your peaceful demonstrations. Individual that has caused all the trouble there, he comes into the city hall and causes trouble on a regular basis. He came in last day when taxes were to be paid with a milk crate full of change, threw it all over the counter and said, "This is how I'm paying my taxes." And we had seniors in the back with canes and everything else just a total disruption. He had to be removed from the office, and we got a clear picture of him. He gets prompted by whatever, every now and then, and comes in and makes a disruption. He will be quite surprised. So we're aware of it.
Thank you very much for
I
the
just
time.
want to also thank you ladies for explaining everything about what the protest is about, and that you're just not willy-nilly there. You have a set of rules that you guys all are
Yes.
adhering to.
We
So
do.
I thank you very much for coming in for the presentation
Thank
and
you.
let us know.
Hi, Anita.
Woodman. I just have just a couple questions, okay? Oh, and before that, I wasn't trying to interrupt anybody, okay? I'm sorry if I did. What I was going to say, so you know, is I was just going to ask about the tags, how we can get them imprinted so you don't have to renew them every 5 or 6 months and pay for it. That's all I was going to say, because it's not printed good. But anyways, what I wanted to know was the ordinance. How can we get the people, the owners of the pets, to follow the ordinance? In other words, keep your dogs on a leash when you're in the front yard. Don't let them run all over because they're on your property. They must be, as the ordinance says, on a leash. If they're outside of your fenced-in area on your property, that is not being done. People are not picking up the waste after. The dogs aren't getting their shots. They're not even registered here. They're not even, that's my whole thing. They need to follow the ordinance. And then another thing is when the police officers pick up the dogs and, you do your process, and say I called in, say it was my dog, if they're on a different shift, is there going to be a record that they keep to say, hey, 'cause, I mean, you called the office, everybody's on a different shift. So you're going to keep a log?
Yes.
That's what I want to know. That was the question. Okay, that's all. That's all. Because Vivian, she answered everything I had asked earlier. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Janetta Tabaron. I live on Rose Court. Just a few positive things that's going on in the city of Harper Woods. Number one, the MDG Community Resource Center and Forgotten Harvest will have a food distribution February 5th, that's Thursday, at 2 o'clock. It will be at the Peace and Goodwill Church, 20955 Bournemouth in Harper Woods, and you line up in the back. Secondly, the Harper Woods, Grosse Pointe Woods Lions Club will be having a meeting February 4th, that's Wednesday, at the Anvets Hall at 7 o'clock. Please come and join us and see what we're all about. Next, the Corwell Health Clinic, which is located in the Harper Woods High School. It gives medical attention to children in the Harper Woods School District from age kindergarten to 26, and special education students from age 18 to 26. They give out immunizations, sports physicals, and other medical conditions, and also they have social workers there also. So if you know any children that live in the city of Harper Woods, send them over there if they need medical attention. Thank you.
And it's also let them know that there is a special entrance.
Yes, that's in the back of the
for
building.
health clinic.
Yep, that's in the back.
It's
Yep.
around to the second parking lot.
Exactly. It's over by the new Excellence Center that they're building over there. So they can enter through that door during school hours. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening. Reginald Tabaron from, just wanted to say some positive things that's going on with the Harper Woods School District as a board member. Beacon Elementary had opened the door to the future door decorating contest today. They're also going to have Black Royalty Day on February the 9th. Spirit Week, February 23rd to the 27th. Monday is going to be Blackout Day. Tuesday is Activist Day. Wednesday is Sports Day. Thursday is Professional Presence Day. And Friday is Cultural Garment Day. And they're going to have a Black History, at the end of the month, they're going to have a Black History program to spotlight on Black history from 1:30 to 2:45. Tyrone is going to have a the whole month, during the whole month of February, they're having a Black History fact and quiz. 2 readers will be selected from each class during the read Black History facts during the morning announcements, and they're going to have a quiz at the end of the month. They're also going to have a Black History Month assembly on February the 27th at 1 o'clock, and they're also going to have a traveling museum, which will be to be determined. Harper Woods Middle School door decorating contest on February 23rd. They're going to have Meta Art Exhibition on February 24th. They're going to have a concert on the 26th at 1 o'clock. And Harper Woods High School, they have an NPHC Greek showcase on Wednesday, February the 25th, and a Black History musical on the 26th during 5th and 6th hour. And district-wide, they're going to have Omega 100 on February the 27th, where the men of Omega Psi Fraternity Incorporated will travel to each school throughout the course of the day for what is essentially a career and mentor day program. So I'm very proud to let you know that Harper Woods School District is doing a lot of Black History events during this month and being engaged. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Greg Vargo, Woodland. I put together a small report based on the Fraser Square detention pond, which I feel would be helpful. I have copies for the council. I'll bring them to you, Mayor.
What is this?
It's a report that I put together about the detention pond and everything that goes with it. It's informative.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to read is just a summary because this is about 60 pages long. Okay, this report being provided to you contains relevant and vital information that should have been shared with the governing body, that's you, City Council, by the city administration to support your decision-making process related to the purchase of the property containing the detention pond. The administration of which considerably understated the importance of the maintenance responsibility. It was stated a slight slope, potential legal liability, insurance risk management for the stormwater detention pond of said property in perpetuity. With acceptance of these parcels of property, the following information is in direct relation to the costs that the city will take on owning it. On several occasions, that's a site plan review and amended site plan came before the Planning Commission, which I was a member. It was never mentioned once the intent to transfer the property with the related costs to the city. If so, there may have been a different recommendation from the Planning Commission. This detention pond will manage all its stormwater runoff from the roofs and roads of the development every time it rains, preventing flooding and temporary holding, potentially, I did the math, 282,000 gallons of water each time, and slowly releasing the rain into the sewer system, the Wayne County sewer system. I took the opportunity and had a discussion with Supervisor Mr. Hickmott, Wayne County DPS Engineering Division. He was surprised by the transfer, but he stated that Wayne County, the only thing that they had to do with it is deal with the maintenance agreements, which would be in the possession of our DPW. It should be known that detention ponds in residential areas are usually the responsibility of the HOA in the area. If the municipality takes ownership, the maintenance and liability falls on that municipality. Routine maintenance can run from anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 annually. Detailed maintenance and inspections, $1,000 to $2,250 annually. Insurance liability, here's a good one, not even the legal liability, risk management can be from $2,500 to $15,000 annually. So these costs are subject to change based on the maintenance agreement. So thank you.
All right, call the council, and I believe we'll start with Ms. Foster.
Good evening. It's Groundhog's Day. And he's seen a shadow, so buckle up, it's gonna be a cold one. That's all about I have to say. Have a nice week. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It was very nice to hear from the school district about some of the events that's going on during Black History Month. And I hope our residents get a chance to come out to, any event, either at the district or if there's other events going on throughout the community, because there's lots of events going on for Black History Month. And that's it. Thank you.
I'd like to offer my apologies to these fine people that have been doing this Bridge Brigade for the last few months. I'm sorry that it was another resident that came and intimidated one single woman that was on this bridge. And I know there was times when there was 20 and 30 people up there and waited till there was one person. And I'm sorry that happened, and hopefully it'll never happen again. My hope is that every resident can express themselves without fear and intimidation. Stay warm.
I would like to echo what Councilmember LaPratte said. I'm also very regretful that someone from Harper Woods would have done that to anyone on the Bridge Brigade. Even if they had opposing points of view, it doesn't give them the right to accost someone. I also would like to make a statement, and this has to do with what's going on in the news these days about, this is about our public safety and ICE. There is no statewide mandate requiring local public safety to cooperate with immigration enforcement, and our Attorney General has indicated concerns about safety and liability of localities in doing so. I know we are not a sanctuary city, but like so many communities around us and in the United States, I believe we have a duty to our residents, and that duty should extend to protecting our residents and upholding the Constitution. As such, I believe our Public Safety Department should join with the Detroit Police, the Livonia Police, the Centerline Police, the Washtenaw County Sheriffs, and the Metro Police Authority of Genesee County in not signing a 287G agreement to allow police to do immigrant enforcement. We should not participate in any ICE enforcement activities. We need our public safety 100% solely dedicated to the safety of our residents without concern for immigration status. In an opinion piece that was printed in the Free Press on Sunday, January 25th, two sheriffs, Alicia Dyer and Danny Ciesler, made a very cogent argument that local police should not become involved in this process. And I want to just read a short excerpt from their piece. They said, as sheriffs, we believe every member of our community deserves safety, regardless of immigration status. But our careers have taught us that our ability to protect and serve depends on public trust. When people worry that contact with law enforcement could put their loved ones or neighbors at risk, that trust breaks down. Victims are too afraid to call 911. Witnesses stay silent, crimes go unreported, and investigations stall. I've heard these concerns from residents, teachers, and even police officers with immigrant friends or families. As this fear spreads, we all become less safe. I don't know what the immigration status is of the residents I serve, and our public safety officers shouldn't need to worry about that either. And I hope that I'm not alone in my feelings about this situation and this issue. And I just wanted to put that out there for, for our discussion if we need to. I know that this community of Centerline, their council made a resolution that directed their police to not sign the 287G agreement. And so I just want to make that, I want to put that out there, and I think that it's something that we really need to consider. Another thing that's important to realize is that the departments that do cooperate have to have police that are dedicated and taken off, basically off of their active duty in order to handle immigration status cases. So with that said, those are my comments for tonight.
Well, we can't even begin to do that because we don't have officers to be able to dedicate to that.
Right.
Okay. Mr. Toussaint.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's staying warm. Don't get tired of the cold yet. It's too early. We'll get about 6 more weeks, you said. I think I know what I'm saying. Anyway.
Thank you very much, Ivory.
And so this is Black Awareness Month, and even if you aren't African American, I think you should try to make some of those events. It really does help you, help you be a little bit more well-rounded. Everybody a little more well-rounded. So consider enjoying some of those events also.
I noticed in our check register that quite a few residents have already taken advantage of doing the water samples. If you turn in your water sample to the DPW, the first 60 get $100, and I see that quite a few residents have already gotten $100, but not 60 yet. We got to get all these in. This is very important to our city that we get the required number in, so if you would be so cooperative as to do that. I know that many of us are doing our part, and would hope that you all would also do that part. Thank you.
All right, then. This is Black History Month, and I always cringe a little bit when they say Black History Month because Black history is our history. Everything that you guys do and touch has been invented or possibly invented by Black inventors early on. The ironing board, the light bulb. I mean, Edison taking credit for it, but it was a Black man who originated with the light bulb. There's so many things that is a part of our natural history. And I resent the fact that people are trying to erase our history, but our history will never go away because we keep telling the story. We will always tell the story of our history. And I want to make sure that you engage in something educational that you can change or share with your family members about something that you did not know about history, about the history of our country. Because even though they made this February Black History, we operate every day in history. And we need to make sure that we understand and our next generation understands the importance of history. Because if you don't know where you've been, you're going to fall back into that same pit hole. Not the positive part, but you're going to fall back into the negative part. So if you know your history, you can build from that and continue to make your next generation stronger. And that's what I want for all kids, is to be stronger in who you are, to know who you are. And that way you will be the most productive adult that you possibly can be because you have a worth. It's when you don't know where you came from and you don't know your value of your being that we tend to forget who we are. And so on Black History, I really would wish everybody would take one part and learn something new that you did not know about Black history. We have, it's so many inventions. It's unbelievable, but if you take your time, there is something that we can learn. And as my grandmother said, you're supposed to learn something every day when you wake up, because God gave you another day to learn. So with saying that, Jerry?
I'd like to make the motion to adjourn.
Support. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Meeting is now